Hello there, welcome to another edition of the Holiday and Cruise Clinic, the only programme on television that's purely dedicated to answering your holiday, cruise and travel related questions. If you have one, a query or a dilemma, here's how to get in touch with us. Our website is www.holidayandcruisechannel.co.uk. Click on Programmes, select the Clinic page and submit your questions to us online there through the website. You can also email us directly to clinic@holidayandcruisechannel.co.uk, or you could write to us by post as well. Happy to hear from you. The Holiday and Cruise Channel, Cavendish House, Brighton Road, Liverpool, L22 5NG. Now today, something a little different as we delve into one particular destination, and it's one that has just absolutely boomed over recent years. It's spectacular beaches, but it's not Australia. It is one of the world's most secure destinations, but it's not Singapore. It has opulent city hotels and superb beachside resorts, but it's neither Jakarta nor Bali. It has a world-class shopping experience, but it's not Hong Kong. Well, today we're talking about one of the desert's most exciting cities, Abu Dhabi. And here to take us on a journey of exploration here in the studio is Nabil Al-Zarouni, who is the country manager for the Abu Dhabi Tourist and Culture Authority. Welcome along to the programme today. Now, why should we go to Abu Dhabi? Tell us about it.
Abu Dhabi offers Arabian heritage and modern sophistication in a clean, safe environment. Its diversity offers travelers a choice in terms of people who would like to explore the destination in depth. And we are blessed with vast desertscapes, cooling oases, and 400 kilometers of pristine coastlines, as well as 200 natural islands. Abu Dhabi, by contrast, boasts one of the most modern cities in the world, and it is a vibrant hub for events and entertainment. So it is rapidly growing as an event capital, and people are traveling to Abu Dhabi to explore sporting events such as the Etihad Airways Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, concerts such as, for example, Madonna's coming this year, Coldplay performed New Year's Eve, and Gourmet Abu Dhabi is another example where we have the annual food festival where the top chefs, Michelin chefs worldwide, come to Abu Dhabi and showcase their skills.
Okay, well, you mentioned food straight away. I'm interested. Let's go. And of course, you can do all these things because you have pretty well 365 days a year of sunshine.
Yeah, the weather is amazing in Abu Dhabi. I would recommend October to April to visit the destination. The temperatures are between 20 to 30 degrees Celsius. It's the best winter sun destination in the world, I can say, and the perfect antidote for the UK cold winter. In addition, also for travelers that are undeterred by the summer heat, then I would recommend them to also visit the destination because there are special offers during that period that would interest many travelers.
Wow, now that sounds good. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? Even if it is just sunny every day, that would quite happily do me for you know, a 2-week holiday, even if there's nothing to do. So we can get there by one of two means, really, can't we? Because a lot of people may not want to fly there, but you can fly direct, and you can also go by ship.
People usually travel to Abu Dhabi by air. So Etihad Airways is the national carrier that flies 35 times a week, 3 times from London Heathrow daily and twice from Manchester daily. British Airways also has direct flights once a day from London Heathrow, but there are also connecting flights from regional airports, courtesy of KLM and Air France. It's just 7 hours flight from UK to Abu Dhabi, and the time difference in the summer is only 3 hours, so jet lag won't be a problem, and people can start their holiday as soon as they arrive to Abu Dhabi.
Your job as country manager is just too easy, isn't it? You're going to be preaching to the converted when you come here and say, come to Abu Dhabi. Definitely,
yeah, with not only the great weather and the culture and the heritage of the emirate, but also the new developments. As I mentioned, we have natural islands. 2 of the natural islands have the real big developments, such as Saadiyat Island and Yas Island. So we are very looking forward to the destination in general, and definitely it's a destination competing worldwide.
Okay, well I want to talk to you about Saadiyat Island in a few minutes' time, but we just need to really reassure people, don't we, that sometimes you do hear things about Gulf countries on the news. In terms of safety and general settlement of the country when you go there, what's that like?
Definitely, Abu Dhabi is a very safe city. And you have people, even from the UK, not only visiting the destination, but also, for example, working in Abu Dhabi. And people go to Abu Dhabi to visit friends and family, and it's definitely a safe city to visit.
Okay. A visa then, we talk about the technology and what you need to do to go on holiday and all the preparation and everything like that. Let's get those things out the way first of all before we talk about the pleasurable things to do. In terms of passports, visas, that kind of thing, what do we need?
Yeah, British citizens, they get visas free of charge upon arrival. This can also be extended 30 days. For other nationalities, I would recommend them to check with the UAE embassy to ensure if they would require a visa or not.
Okay, so you can do that online, can you, or do you have to
there's
telephone maybe?
Their website, of course. You can give them a call or drop them an email. So.
And how much notice do we need to give if we're going on holiday for getting that sorted out, if we need to give a little bit more time than perhaps you would do if you're a British citizen?
Yeah, as I mentioned, as a British citizen, you don't need a visa. So you'll just need to buy your ticket and your hotel accommodation and straight away enjoy your holiday. So
okay,
it'll be very easy for a British citizen.
But if I need to do a little bit of admin work, if I'm not British, how long will that take, do you think?
It usually takes a few days. It doesn't take that long as you have the right documents with you. So.
How have you found since you've been country manager, because you've only been in this country a few months, haven't you? What's the general feeling of people from the UK towards Abu Dhabi? What have you heard them talking about to you?
Definitely, the people are very excited about the destination. It's a new destination, always something new happening. So people are definitely interested and are always asking questions about not only the new developments, but about the culture of the Emirate as well. So I'm very happy to share this information with not only the general public, but with the tour operators who are also working closely with the people and recommending holidays. So yeah, very.
Yeah, because culture is a big thing, isn't it? I think when you go there, that it's going to be a little bit different. What kinds of things can we expect maybe that are different from how we live our lives here in the UK?
Yeah, basically in terms of culture, there are two cities within the Emirate, Al Ain city and the western region, which consists of Liwa city. Both around an hour and a half by drive. To get there, and there you have the museums. For example, you have the Sheikh Zayed Palace Museum, which was where the late Sheikh Zayed, the founder of the country, used to live. You have the National Museum, you have the Camel Market. There are also sites in Al Ain that were recognized by UNESCO, so they are listed in the UNESCO's heritage list. And also Liwa Desert, there are lots of desert activities that can be undertaken there, such as camel trekking, desert dune walks, sandboarding, even dinners in the desert. So you will really feel the real Arabia when visiting those areas and cities.
What's it like being in the desert? Is it really hot and dry? And you see these people who are walk, oh, I need water, I need water. Is it really like that?
No, definitely. It's changed since the past, and it's a very calm atmosphere. It, of course, during the winter period, it's actually quite cold in the deserts. So. But of course, summer would be quite warm. But everything is available there. There are 3 to 4 and 5-star hotels in the deserts. So it is an amazing experience to be there. Very different, and always we get good feedback for people who visit those properties.
Now, is it a dry country? Are we able to have a drink?
No, definitely. Alcohol is available in all or most of the hotels in Abu Dhabi, and yeah, it's basically there is. Alcohol served in Abu Dhabi.
Okay, but do we have to be careful in public or anything like that?
Yeah, of course. Usually most of the alcohol is consumed indoors, and as I mentioned, in the hotels. But there are certain ways, of course, you need to be careful when you go in the public. So other than that, it should be fine. Okay. Yeah.
And a certain amount of respect for religion as well, I would imagine, because certain days of the week are very sacred.
Basically, people can enjoy the destination all year round. Maybe the only season or period where you would need to be cautious is Ramadan, which is the fasting season. So people, you fast from sunset to sunrise to sunset, and that's the only period where you cannot actually eat in public. But most of the restaurants are accommodated for this period, especially for the foreigners coming to Abu Dhabi. So that if you are having a meal in the restaurant, then that wouldn't be a problem.
Okay, brilliant. Well, Nabil, stay right there because I've got stacks of questions I want to ask you all about what we're talking about today and Abu Dhabi and what it can offer us and the surrounding area. Stay there. We'll come back to you in part 2 in just a moment. And we'll be exploring, as I say, more of Abu Dhabi in just a couple of minutes. But let me just remind you of our handy cruise guides, because you can cruise to Abu Dhabi if you so wish. Here they are. We've got our first-time guide to cruise holidays and our family guide to cruise holidays as well. They're both absolutely free. Here they are, free of charge, full of useful questions and answers for you. You can have one or both of them for absolutely nothing. Just give us a call on 0871 423 4444. Calls will cost 10p a minute from a BT landline, and calls from other networks and mobiles may vary. You can also request copies through our website at www.holidayandcruisechannel.co.uk. So while you're doing that, thinking of some questions to ask us for future programmes as well, we'll take a quick break. See you back here in a few minutes. Hello there, welcome back to the Holiday and Cruise Clinic. Today we're enjoying Abu Dhabi, easily one of the hottest destinations to visit in 2012, and that's through popularity, not just the sunshine. Nabil Al-Zarouni from the Abu Dhabi Tourist and Culture Authority is still with me now. Thanks very much for telling us about what sounds like a fantastic destination, and one that's recently been named Golf Destination of the Year for Africa and the Gulf States in 2012. And that's presumably because you can play golf there pretty well any time of the year.
Definitely. As I mentioned, there is always good weather in Abu Dhabi. And we've also, to push golf in Abu Dhabi, we've launched a Golf in Abu Dhabi initiative, which is basically linking the 3 championship golf courses with the hotels and basically offering competitive packages for golf fans worldwide. Yas Links and Abu Dhabi Golf Club courses were named top 100 of the Golf World magazine. And in addition to those 3 championship golf courses, there are others in Abu Dhabi, such as an 18-hole country course in Al Ain. There is a floodlit course in Abu Dhabi City Golf Club, and interestingly a sand course, 18-hole in Al Ghazal Golf Club.
Wow, so you don't need to worry about being in the bunker on that one then?
No, no. It's a very different experience.
That must be really difficult.
Yeah.
In my small amount of golf that I've played, probably ended up in the bunker more often than I thought. That sounds fantastic, and the fact that you can just play all the time is a really good thing. It seems to me when you look at the Gulf states, sometimes the Gulf countries, that whenever you build something, because you have a fair amount of money at your disposal sometimes, so that everywhere looks pretty good, and you're building things new so you can get them right first time, whereas a lot of things in this country have been built for an awful long time and we often have to build things around them, but you can just do it and start it and get it right first time, can't you? That must be a really big plus. Definitely.
Everything is planned in Abu Dhabi. There's a 30-year plan that has initially started before the development, so we know exactly where we are going and our targets are very clear. So.
And how's your golf?
My golf is not that good, so I need to, I think, practice more golf. So, yeah, but with the facilities we have, I'm sure it'll be very enjoyable.
Brilliant. Well, it's not just golf, of course, that you can enjoy when you're in Abu Dhabi. There is also a number of top attractions. Can you give us a rundown of the top 5 things to do while we're there, for example? I can think of one, Formula One, for example.
Definitely. I was going to mention Formula One.
Yeah.
There are attractions for all ages and interests. As you mentioned, motorsport. If you are a big fan, then the Yas Marina Circuit is a place to be. It hosts, of course, the Grand Prix. And not only that, you can also experience, have a driving experience and drive up to 190 miles per hour in one of the Formula One cars as a passenger. So it's been modified.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. On the island itself, there is also Ferrari World Abu Dhabi,
yes,
which is the largest indoor theme park and has the fastest roller coaster going up to 149 miles per hour.
Wow.
In 4.9 seconds. So it's a very unique experience if you're
sure
into your theme park experiences.
Popular with dads and sons, I would think.
Yeah, it's a great place for the family, definitely, for sure.
When dad and son goes and has a go around the track, what does mum do?
Yeah, there is always lots of things. As I mentioned, shopping is one. You have the hotels with the spas. Spas is also very popular in Abu Dhabi. And experiencing the culture and heritage. This is something we are promoting. We have the Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque. It is very unique in its architecture. And it also broke few records. For example, the largest handmade carpet is in the mosque. The chandeliers made of Swarovski crystals. And also you can experience the heritage village by the Corniche, which is along the coast of Abu Dhabi, where you have the parks, the walkways, cafes, restaurants, beach facilities. And the beach was also recently awarded the Blue Flag, which we are very proud of. And in addition to that, as I mentioned, the Al Ain and Liwa, the western region, is also something to experience and enjoy.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
So, Mum, when you are shopping and you've got his credit card to play with while he's on the circuit, what are the best buys to look out for in terms of things that you can pick up that are unique and perhaps a little bit cheaper because it's tax-free, isn't it?
Yes, it is tax-free. And I would personally recommend the Gold Souk. You have a whole variety of selections, and it is definitely cheaper, I think, when you compare it worldwide. You have the traditional items, very unique. You have the traditional clothings, Arabian perfumes, and also dates, which we usually offer to guests when we welcome them. So dates and Arabic coffee is something unique. And as I mentioned, tax-free, so you can enjoy the high luxury brands at a cheaper price.
Yes, I was going to say, because it is tax-free, does it mean things are a little bit cheaper then?
I think it's definitely cheaper when you compare it with, for example, being here in the UK. So I definitely recommend them to look out for the different brands, and it should be cheaper in the Emirates.
Okay, it's always good to know you can make your holiday spends go a little bit further, isn't it? What about cruising? Because you can now cruise to the area. You've got a special terminal, a bit like we have in the UK now. Yeah,
we have currently a temporary terminal, but definitely it's a big goal for us to convert Abu Dhabi as a cruise hub in the region. So we have plans to develop in Mina Zayed a port within 3 years, and also development of one of the islands to a permanent cruise port of call. And we are welcoming all cruise lines, not only to stop over in Abu Dhabi, but also to use Abu Dhabi as a home port. There's lots to do in Abu Dhabi, as I mentioned. So it is definitely a perfect opportunity to experience the destination either before or after a cruise.
Yes, a good place to stop off, certainly. And if you aren't on a cruise and you haven't got somewhere to stay overnight on a ship, for example, what about some of the hotels? You know, the standard of hotels generally in the Gulf states is pretty fantastic.
Definitely. All the luxury hotels, lots of hotels opened, and we're expecting even more. For example, this year we're expecting over 10 hotels to be open. I'll just give you a few examples, such as the Anantara, the Rosewood Hotel, and the Ritz-Carlton, which are, of course, 5-star brand names. And most of the hotels are family friendly. So you have the kids zone, the kids pool. So it's definitely an enjoyable experience for the family.
But does that mean, because there are a lot of 5-star hotels, that it's fairly pricey? Are there budget hotels, mid-range hotels as well?
There are definitely 3-star, 4-star hotels. There are hotel apartments that are cheaper, but I think the rates are also very competitive. As I mentioned, if you are looking for value for money deals, then the summer period will definitely be something interesting. Yeah,
fantastic. Now, we mentioned a little bit about Saadiyat Island in the first half of the programme. Tell us about what this is and what we can expect from it.
It's just 500 meters off the coast of Abu Dhabi city, and it's gone through a remarkable transformation. We have the beachfront resorts such as St. Regis and Park Hyatt. We have the golf course, as I mentioned, and the Monte Carlo Beach Club. So some of the hotels that do not have the beach facilities, then they could go and enjoy a day in the beach club, as well as the Minarat exhibition, which is an in-house interactive Saadiyat story, which also hosts art galleries year-round. In addition to that, Saadiyat Beach is home to the hawksbill turtles that during the nesting season, so they come every year to Saadiyat Beach for this nesting season, and those fragile sites are protected, and environmental measures are taken into place with the hotels and the golf course, not to be too close to the dunes where they nest. And also, it's a great place to explore the dolphins. So you see dolphins every now and then, either in the early morning or before sunset. So it's a very amazing place to be. And we're also, as I mentioned, trying to position Abu Dhabi as a cultural hub. And we're expecting museums to be developed in the near future. For example, the Louvre in 2015, then the Sheikh Zayed National Museum to showcase our culture and heritage in 2016. And the Guggenheim in 2017.
Wow, that sounds fantastic for a young country, basically, as well. I mean, how far does the country go back to inception?
Yeah, basically the country was united in 1971, but definitely there was lots of history before that. And for example, we used to depend on the pearls, and people used to live, of course, in the desert. But of course now things changed, and it's a developed city. But you can still feel the cultural aspects in the Emirates. So.
Fantastic, and I'm sure because you tend to attract people, don't you, when you live in such a nice place. And I'm thinking about parts of the UK here as well. You bring and draw artists and people who are creative to you, which then gives you as a country somewhere to show off the things that your residents make and do.
Definitely, yeah. Art is very popular in Abu Dhabi, so we bring artists from all over the world, not only to showcase their art talents, but also our local talents. So it's definitely an opportunity to experience not only our culture, but cultures from worldwide. Well,
it sounds like there's a load of things happening and a huge, quite fast period of development. What about the future in the short term? What can we look forward to if we've kind of tickled people's imagination about going?
Yeah, we expect, of course, more hotels to be open in Abu Dhabi, 4 or 5-star hotels. We expect also we are awaiting the cultural district to be ready, which are the museums, which I've already mentioned on Saadiyat Island, and also the events calendar. Every year you have new events coming up, such as the Volvo Ocean Race end of last year, and they went through the beginning of this year. And there is always something new in Abu Dhabi, so we're always looking forward to the events and concerts that Abu Dhabi hosts.
Brilliant. Okay, well, Nabil, thank you very much indeed for coming to tell us all about Abu Dhabi as a possible tourist destination. Certainly made me interested about having a holiday there, even just for the sunshine. But thank you for telling us all about it today. And just a quick reminder about these are 2 handy guides to cruise holidays. If you fancy cruising to Abu Dhabi and you have a number of questions about general cruising with yourself or your family, if you're new to cruising, all you have to do is give us a call to get hold of one or both of them to the Holiday and Cruise channel here, 0871 423 4444. Calls cost 10p a minute from a BT landline, and calls from other networks and mobiles may vary. You can also request copies through our website at www.holidayandcruisechannel.co.uk. Well, that's all we have time for on today's edition of the Holiday and Cruise Channel. My thanks again to Nabil Al-Zarouni from the Abu Dhabi Tourist and Cultural Authority. Most of all, thanks to you for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.